I'm gonna take a sip. That was more than a sip. That was a couple gulps. But anyway, look, subscribe to the channel, like the content. Want to come to you very quickly, man, just to talk about our Dallas Cowboys. Talk about something probably different that nobody else really talked about. I know everyone is talking about Mike McCarthy's future. Um, the injury with CeeDee Lamb, Rick O'Donnell's increased role, Cooper Rush's injury, um, Deion Sanders as a head coach of Dallas Cowboys, which that ain't gonna happen. He's gonna go someplace where he can probably be the head coach and he can um, be in control of Shador, his son's future as a quarterback. Not gonna talk about any of that stuff. I'm gonna talk about something that probably everybody else will not gonna talk about, and that is the playoffs. Um, I'm not a tank dude. I don't believe in tanking and all that. I don't believe in all that tanking stuff. You play to win. You know, there's an old sound. There's a band, um, Rare Essence here in D.C. Go-Go band, and there's a this old song they used to play a long time ago. It says, if I act crazy sometimes, it's all right. It's my life. Um, I play to win. Okay. If I act crazy sometimes, it's my life. It's all right. I play to win. Okay. So we gotta look at this for what it is. The Cowboys and the mindset of Michael Parsons. Like I said, I haven't been um, 100% on Michael Parsons, but I will say this: Michael Parsons is 100% correct in terms of tanking. That's not in our pedigree. That's not who we are, and I get it. Good draft picks and things of that nature, but hey, there's some gems out there that the Dallas Cowboys can get. And first and foremost, we have pretty much all of the role players, skill players in set, except for everyone wants to get rid of Zeke for whatever reason. And I say you're stupid for one for trying to get rid of Zeke and trying to put Rick O'Donnell in that position. Only because this, the offensive line is some straight garbage. But they have played better as of late. The defensive line. Um, the defensive line needs some improvement as well. Um, Dan Quinn gutted the defense. So we're gonna have to have some pieces. And of course, Sam Williams didn't play, of course. So we was missing some really key pieces on defense that negated what Mike Zimmer could do. Mike Zimmer could do in order to allow this defense to be 100%. Now the offensive line, different story. I say we got to get us another offensive line coach. The offensive line coach, man, he's scrubbing. Guyton is making too many mistakes. I don't think he's the answer. I don't think we need to be wasting time on Guyton. Um, if you're gonna get in this position and be what we need you to be, then we need to hit the ground running with a left tackle that know what they're doing, that's ready to play. We want to win now, and Guyton is not that now uh, uh, personnel piece on offense. Now let me get into what I was saying earlier. Um, uh, they put in another left tackle as well, which who played pretty good, better than Guyton. I can't think of the brother's name, but he played good. Um, let's see. The playoffs is coming. It's around the corner. The Cowboys, well, from what most people are not talking about, are still in position to make the playoffs. contrary to popular opinion. If you've been watching how these games have been playing out, except for the leaders, we're talking about wild card only. The way these games and these teams have been playing out, the Cowboys have one of the most easiest schedules in the ladder. Now everybody is going through their growing pains because whoever didn't get the tough schedule in the beginning, such as the Dallas Cowboys, we got had a tough schedule in the beginning, lost some games, but now the Cowboys are now 4-7. They're about to be 5-7 because they will beat the Giants. Moving into a few pivotal games coming up. If the Cowboys can go 5-7 against these Giants, get a good rest, they can still put themselves in position if they win out. If the Cowboys win out, they'll put themselves in a good position to try to make these playoffs. And I'm of the mindset, man, you never know what can happen once the playoffs start. All right, you never know what can happen when the playoffs start. And I think that the mindset now, Cooper Rush. Let me finish my statement. I think the mind is in the mindset of the players who really want to play, who really want to win, such as a Michael Parsons. If we can some kind of way get Zach Martin healthy, you'll get Tank back in a little bit. Brandon Cooks is already coming back. And I think they need to get Mingo the ball a little more. That's the big target. Design some plays for Mingo, mix it up between Mingo and CeeDee Lamb. That's the big target. And now I like Mingo in terms of the ball being high because he's a big target. Also, I think that Trey Lance throwing the ball to these receivers, such as a CeeDee Lamb tall receiver, because they like the ball high. They can't stand the balls low because a lot of these quarterbacks are so used and prone to throwing the ball to these, I call them fire hydrant receivers, throwing the ball to the dirt. Put some air in the ball a little bit, and let these receivers go up and get these footballs that they can match their skill set and their athleticism to make some good plays. I do not like these receivers throwing the ball to the dirt, throwing the ball, like I said, I call them fire hydrant receivers. Don't like that. But everybody's not talking about playoffs as it relates to the Dallas Cowboys. I, for one, believe that Dallas is in a peculiar situation. I believe that I know a lot of people want to tank. I'm not in the mindset of tank. We already got one tank on the football field. We don't need to be tanking nowhere else, man. Let's try to win some games because the fans deserve it. The fans deserve to try to do something as it relates to playoffs. It's been promised to us. We are all in. And as it relates to Jerry Jones and his slogans, I'm so done with Jerry Jones and his slogans of the I am in and the I'm all in and you're all out. And another thing. Look, don't pay attention to the green, man. I'm a cowboy. All right, I'm representing my godson because he was a very, very good player that went to George Mason. So don't worry about that. And I'll wear this periodically. You'll see me wear it again in another video. But yeah, I don't think a lot of people are paying attention to this. What our schedule is, we can take a look at that very quickly and see what the Dallas Cowboys schedule is for the next couple of weeks. Let's see. Dallas Cowboys schedule remainder. Let's see. So of course we got to play the Giants, and then afterwards, the Bengals are not playing good football. Um, and now the only scary part about that is the Cowboys are playing at home. That's the only scary part about it. Now I think these are all doable wins for the Dallas Cowboys to take advantage of. They can start off with the Giants. They can beat the Bengals the way the Bengals are playing. Okay. Um, they can beat the Panthers. They can beat the Buccaneers. And on any given Sunday, they can beat the Eagles if they play their kind of football. Now, we only allowed uh, Saquon Barkley to have 80 something yards in the last meeting. The Dallas Cowboys always play Saquon Barkley very, very well. They always either he's going to get hurt or he's non-effective. So the Dallas Cowboys do handle that situation relatively well. But then we'll play the Commanders at home. I just believe that we got the Commanders number for whatever reason. I do believe that. So let's add this up. So you got five. You after the Giants, you had 5-7. So you'll be 6, 7, 8, 9. You'll end up with 10-7. Um, one thing about wins. One thing about wins that I've learned, when you begin to accumulate wins, multiple wins, it carries over into your team where your team's psyche is not the same. Okay? Your team begins to have or take on a different psyche that will cause your team to respond differently, whereby it will begin to what? Play differently, and the outcome will become different. So let's just not bury this thing too fast as it relates to playoffs with the Dallas Cowboys. You may call me a some may call me a delusional fan. Nah, I'm not that. I'm a realist. Some may say that it's far-fetched. And well, that's what you feel, then cool. I'm just of the mindset that it ain't over until the fat lady sing. Now, when that big woman get up and begin to start warming up and she get to gargling with some soap powder water to get her throat together, then she about to get ready to do something. But right now she's sitting down and she ain't nowhere in sight. The Cowboys got a few more games to play, and hey man, let's see how this thing plays out. Okay, let's see how it plays out. Um, the Cowboys are tied. I can't remember. They're tied at 4-7 with, I think, like three teams, maybe 2 or 3 teams. There's only one or two teams is ahead of them, and that's only a game. One is, I think, it's 2 games. I think there's 6 wins. That's not far. And like I've said, a lot is taking place in a lot of these games that you think that the teams are going to win, don't win. They don't win. And, it can bode well. The Dak Prescott has like a 6 to 7 week healing process after the surgery. Um, Let me just say this, man. I'm an optimist. Don't be surprised if they get this thing going, contrary to popular opinion, and turn this thing around. Cooper Rush did go on a 5-game winning streak before. I don't see where he doesn't go on a 5-game winning streak again. Um, so let's just let's just let's just hold fast for a moment and see how this thing goes. Um, yeah. Let's see how it goes. Cooper Rush starting against the Texans, lost. But he started against the Commanders and won. That's the winning streak. Let's see if he continue. I believe he'll continue going into uh, uh, what's that? This is week 13. Week 13. Yeah, week 13. Let's see what happens with this Giants game tomorrow. Turkey Day. Turkey Day. Uh, and let's see how this thing all pans out. So I'm giving you my pre uh, game. Uh, I'll be on live tomorrow during the game. I'll have my folks over tomorrow. My sister is my biggest counterpart with the Dallas Cowboys. So it'll be a huge blessing to have her and the rest of the entourage here to lift these boys up. We want to win. And let me say, if my memory serves me correct, the Cowboys didn't win last Thanksgiving. They lost. As a matter of fact, I think they lost the past two Thanksgivings, if my mind serves me correct. So we want to get a win on Thanksgiving. And I think if the Cowboys get this win, now it's a short week. If they get this win on Thursday, that's a long rest that they can heal and be ready to play against these Bengals at home again. And that's the 8:15 game, which is a late game. So that's going to give them a lot of time to get ready for this game. Let's see what happens here if the Cowboys can go ahead and go on a 2-game winning streak, starting a 3-game winning streak, starting with the Giants and then the Bengals. Like I said, I'm an optimist. Playoffs are not out the picture. They just can't lose no more games. But I think if they continue with the momentum that they have, you never know, guys. You might see the Dallas Cowboys in the Super Bowl. Nobody's talking about that, and I understand why they don't want to talk about it. Nobody really want to talk about things like this because they feel as though that they're jinxing it. Listen, man, if it's meant for the Cowboys to get to the playoffs, they'll be in the playoffs. If it's not meant for them to be in the playoffs, they won't be there. That's the bottom line. But at least you can do your part in rooting for them. And I'm going to continue to root for my team because I'm a ride or die, man. Ride or die. You know, that's just what we do. Ride or die. So listen, man, how about them Cowboys? Tomorrow's our day. I'm going to be Cowboy down tomorrow. Win, lose, or draw. I'm going to be down with the Cowboys tomorrow here at the toast. We ain't got to worry about that. It's going to be a good game, and I'm looking forward to it. So, hey, guys, let's show up tomorrow in grand style. How about them Cowboys? Listen, subscribe to the channel, like the content, and once again, don't worry about the green, man. I bleed blue, baby, all day, every day. I bleed blue. You heard me? Let's put this in the chat very quickly, man. While I got an opportunity. Wait a minute. Let's do this. Put this in the chat very, very quickly because I do want to know your thoughts. Okay, here we go. You already know what I'm putting in here. All right, will the Cowboys make the playoffs? All right. And that'll be, you can put A. You can put A into the fields, guys. Put A into the fields, guys. And then 2-part question is going to be, will the Cowboys beat the Giants. Now we already know what this is all about. Come on, man. You know that. Ah, let's say G-Man. How about that? There you go. Uh, this is so fun. Yeah. Uh, all right. And then so will they beat the G-Man? That'll be a B. Put a B inside the comments. You know. All right. There we go. Let's start that poll. So listen, man. I'm going to get out of here and get ready for this game tomorrow. Get me some rest. It is Turkey Day tomorrow. Listen, eat hearty, man. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. Hey, look, get it in with a grin, and let God bless you on tomorrow, man. This is a day of family. This is a day of Thanksgiving. This is a day to be thankful for whatever it is you want to be thankful for. Be thankful on tomorrow. And they, man, don't forget to root these boys on to victory. All right? How about them Cowboys? Yeah, I like that. That's a nice little sound there. Because we're still them boys. We are still them boys. Philadelphia escape rules. You can ask the Commanders too. As for them little old Giants, you know that you are through because we are still them boys. We are still them boys. And we ain't going nowhere because we are still them boys. Philadelphia escape rules, and you can ask the Commanders too. As for the little old Giants, you know that you are through because we're still them boys. Yeah, that's right. Still them boys. And we ain't going nowhere because we're still them boys. Y'all be good now. How about them Cowboys?